My mom's kind of known as the family whore. She slept with my dad's uncle.
She slept with your dad's uncle. Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And are they still together even after all the uncle fucking?
Surprisingly, yes. My dad is the biggest simp in the world. Hello.
Hey, who's this?
My name is Sierra. I'm from Maine.
Sierra from Maine. What's going on?
Not much. I'm chilling here watching you on Xbox.
That's cool. Well, Sierra from Maine, what do you want to talk about today?
As you saw, my mom's kind of known as the family whore.
You're just going to say that and then stop talking?
I don't know. I've never. So, yeah, I guess you could say my mom's the family whore, and I say that in the most polite way possible, if that is possible. She has slept with numerous members of my family. I have half brothers and half cousins due to this.
Like she's inbred, like she's slept, like she's committed incest.
No, it's not incest at all, actually. She slept with my dad's uncle.
Okay. It's your dad's uncle. So she slept. Yeah, she slept with your dad's uncle. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. What's your relationship with her like?
It's been on and off a lot. Right now we're on. She is an addict. She's two completely different people when she is in use or not in use.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you, Sierra from Maine?
I am 22.
Okay. And now, you and your mom are on now. What makes you guys on? What was it? The transition to the off to the on?
She drunk called me after not talking to her for 6 months. Actually, she drunk called my fiancé, saying that she needs my support to help her get back to sobriety and that she has breast cancer. But she lied about the breast cancer. But I think she did that because she knew that I wasn't going to talk to her unless it was an urgent thing.
And it says here that she tried to sleep with your fiancé?
Yes, that is originally why I stopped talking to her before she called me, or called my fiancé and tried to say she had breast cancer.
Okay. And so what is it that made you decide you wanted to let her back into your life?
I mean, like I said, they've always been kind of in and out of sobriety, and I think one of the biggest life lessons I've learned overall, being as young as I am, is to take the good when you can. And I gotta say, when my parents are sober, they are amazing people, and I really enjoy their company when they're cool.
And how often are they cool these days?
I'd say it's on a 2-year loop, maybe a 1 to 2 year loop.
1 to 2 year loop, meaning what is a loop is bad? What does that mean? Like every other year?
It's kind of like, yeah, I'd say like every other year they're sober, and then every other year they're not sober, or maybe every 2 years they're not sober, and then maybe for 1 year, half a year they're sober.
Are they sober now?
No. They were for a little bit, and then I think they thought they were hiding it from me, but they're not very sneaky people. And I know that they're drinking, and they've been a little more transparent with me lately, and I think they've kind of caught on to the fact that all I want from them is transparency, so that if they are going to use, I just want them to be healthy and responsible people about it.
And are they still together even after all the uncle fucking?
Surprisingly, yes. My dad is the biggest simp in the world.
I'm so excited to title this episode "My Mom's a Whore and My Dad is a Simp."
It's the most catchy title in the world.
No, I'm probably not going to do that. Why is your dad a simp? Tell me more.
Well, my dad, he's just so incredibly in love with her. She is kind of out of league looks-wise, maybe not mentally, but he's just a short, bald ginger dude with a lot of baggage, and she's pretty. So.
Well, that's cool that she's pretty. Who is that? Is it your fiance who's ragging on your dad?
Is what?
Is that your fiance in the background? It sounds like you are not alone.
Oh, yes, this is my fiance.
Oh, okay, let me talk to him.
Okay.
What up, Gecko?
Hey, man. So your girlfriend's mom tried to have sex with you?
Yeah, I mean, she was drunk, and like her girlfriend's like godfather told me like don't feel special because like everybody been there.
What did she say to you exactly?
So she called up. I guess they were at like a bar and they were shit faced, and they were like being like belligerent, right? And then so like her sister was calling us, going they're at a bar, they don't know what the fuck they are. And then she called and my fiance was being a little hysterical. So I was like, let me take the phone. I'm more calm, I can handle it, right? So I took the phone. I'm like, yo, like, no, I'm not gonna name names. I'm like, yo, like, what's up? How you doing? And she goes, I'm doing a lot better now. I'm talking to you. I was like, whoa, what do you mean? And then she was talking about having me like pick her up, and it was very like there was a vibe there for sure. And it was like on speakerphone, and then so I drove, not good, but to pick up her sister,
so I see you. Sorry, finish your story.
No, you're good, bro. No, so like I'm like shithouse, and I'm like, she's like, you have to go pick up my sister. I don't like her being in that environment. So I'm like, all right. So I went. It's like a 45-minute drive. I went, picked her up, and I get there, and she's trying to talk to me. And then she's like, you know, like, I'm
wait,
cool,
hold
right?
on. Wait. Your fiance is like, hey, my sister's not safe. Can you drunk drive 45 minutes to pick her up and then drunk drive with her 45 minutes back?
She was drunk too, but yeah, like exactly, and that was my point. But I was like,
I don't know if I would call that a significantly safer situation, but continue.
I'm a pretty good drunk driver, all right, Gecko? Like,
yeah, okay.
Like, I get it, but I'm good at it. Anyway, so
I don't like that, but
she
keep
gave
going.
She gave me like the longest like crotch in like hug that I've ever had in my life, with like the wettest smooch on the cheek. And it was in front of like her sister too. So this is all like well documented, you know, like nothing in private. So I was like, fuck.
Okay. So what did you do after that? Did you drive the sister back home?
Yeah.
And the dad is just watching his wife like kind of touch up all over you.
So thank God he was asleep. I guess he was so drunk that he passed out on my long ass drive over. Because I was talking to her on the phone, and I was like, yo, am I gonna have to fight your dad right now? Which I'm kind of down for, but I was like, I really don't know if I want to get into that right now. And she was like, you might have to. And I'm like, I kind of went in ready, but then I just got like hit on by like an old lady. So I was like, it's better than the alternative, I guess.
All right. So what's your relationship like with them now?
I'm cool with them. It was a little awkward with her mom. Like I was kind of flattered by the whole thing. Like realistically, but my fiance was obviously upset. So the relationship was kind of rocky for a little bit.
Your fiance not as flattered.
Yeah. So now between me and her mom, it just acts like it didn't happen. Her dad, like, I think he's used to it. Rough for him, but yeah, couldn't be me.
All right, let me talk to her again.
All right.
Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up?
You know, talking to you, listening to my fiance.
So let's see. Your mom is a whore and your dad is a simp. These are your words,
yes.
not mine.
Yes, they are.
Why do you think they're like that?
I think they got together at a very young age. I think they had a lot of baggage and a lot of things in common with their baggage. I think there was a lot of drugs and alcohol involved, and then I think they ended up having a kid unplanned, aka me, and he just rolled with it. I gotta say, despite all the ups and downs in their relationships, they are always the best of friends, whether they are or aren't together.
Well, that's wholesome.
In a weird way.
I don't know if I would fuck my friend's uncle.
I definitely would not personally, and if I were my dad in that situation, I would leave her. I've told him multiple times, you could probably do better, but it's your choice.
How long have they been together for?
Oh, gosh. I am not even sure. I think close to 30 years. Coming up on
30 years?
Yeah. It's
oh, well, at this point, it's an open relationship after 30
well,
years.
The thing is, I think there's a lot of confusion in the relationship because I think so my parents, they met together on a military base. My dad was supposed to be a wingman for one of his friends, and then he got stranded at the bar with my mom, decided to hit on my mom, and then she friend-zoned him for 9 months. He finally asked her out, but he was switching bases. So he told her if she wanted to come with him, they had to get married. So they dated for like maybe 5 minutes and then got married.
Wow, you would think that would implode after about 2 seconds, but it lasted, well, I guess it kind of lasted 30 years.
It definitely has imploded a handful of times.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
I'm not saying I support it. I definitely don't. But it's not my relationship.
Sorry, I'm looking at the Twitch chat, but some people in the Twitch chat are saying that the dad low-key kind of likes it. And look, I'm not here to, say stuff.
They used to be swingers, actually. So it originally started off as a closed-off relationship, and that wasn't really working out, so they tried to do an open thing, but then it just kind of turned into a jealousy thing. So then they tried to do it together, and then I guess it just got really awkward and really messy. I remember as a kid them having, like, swinger parties and telling all of us kids to go into our rooms. And as a kid,
wait, they had
the
swinger parties while you were home?
Yeah, they just told us to go to bed. I thought they told us all that their friends were probably going to come over and get too drunk or too high to drive home. So they laid out air mattresses everywhere. And, being a kid, I believed that.
I really hope that, I really hope there was never any further situation in your childhood where one of your friends stayed over and so you blew up the air mattress.
Unfortunately, there has been, and I've thought back on that a lot.
Oh, God. All right. So you're back with your mom. You guys are cool now, sort of, kind of?
Yeah.
Is that where we are?
I think we're cool, but there's, like, this awkwardness in our relationship where it's almost like whenever we see each other, it's almost standoffish in a way, like we're just trying to impress each other, but at the same time, we enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm. What would she have to... What are the conditions of her continuing to be in your good favor?
I told her she has to go to therapy. I want her to go back to work. I just need more consistency in our relationship. I told them that I would like to do piss tests on them if they want to see their granddaughter. And any visitations with my daughter has to be supervised.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to take I don't want to take that relationship away from my daughter of the grandparents.
That's total. I respect all of those criteria. I think those are all really great criteria, and I think that you're very giving to offer them to your mom, right? Because
being as young as I am, I've lived through a lot of weird shit, and I've learned the best thing you can do is just take the good when it comes, and be as forgiving as you can, given the circumstances.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's totally big of you, because a lot of people, I think, at the time when if their mom tried to fuck their fiance and put them through a crazy childhood, they'd be out,
Yeah.
And so I think for you to be like, hey, you can still be in my life, but you got to piss into a cup for me, I think that's not only reasonable, but that's very, very big. So, well, all right. I mean, how's it been? Has she kept up with any of this stuff?
She still has not joined therapy or gone back to work, but she has to get. She's like a nurse, she's a nurse, and she has to get her license recertified or whatever. So she's going through that right now, and she's gonna go back to work. As for therapy, I don't know what's going on with that. She seems to have excuses up the ass. But I've been on her about it for a couple of months now. Still hasn't done it. I'm about to lay some lines in the sand, some boundaries.
Mm-hmm. And how about the peeing in a cup?
Peeing in a cup. My mom's very open-minded to it, and she's willing to do it. My dad, on the other hand, he gets very angry anytime I bring it up. And so he has not.
Well, those are your fucking criteria, man. He's got to pee in that cup.
Gotta accept it as it is. Yeah.
He's got to accept it as it is.
Yeah, you gotta pee in that cup.
You gotta pee in the cup. No jizzing in the cup. That's not the right stuff.
Well, also, when my mom called me about, called Ben and tried to hit on him that same night, she also told him that she recently had an abortion with my cousin's husband's baby.
Jesus.
Yeah. I told you. There's more.
How much time you got? I mean, fuck. I don't know. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
I really am like, should I call this episode just you telling stories of your mom fucking all of your family members? That's pretty crazy, man. Well, good on you. I mean, this is cool. Are you excited about having a child?
Oh, yes. I feel like I've always wanted to be a mom. I mean, I definitely didn't plan on having a kid this young. I actually got pregnant very unexpectedly on birth control at 19. None of us saw it coming, but when it happened, I couldn't bring myself to abort it. I just felt the need to keep her. I felt like it was going to set me straight and on this path of, I don't know, life and growing up and moving on from the situation I was in. And it did.
So you got pregnant while you were on birth control?
Yes, the depot shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What are the chances of that?
Very unlikely. They say 1%.
Well.
But I was on my doctor. I had an allergic reaction. We don't know what to. My doctor put me on antibiotics And I guess apparently when you're on antibiotics, that cancels out your birth control.
Oh, no.
Nobody mentioned that to me. Mentioned that to me.
And is the guy I was talking to, is that the father of the kid?
Yes, we've been together for 5 years now.
Well, it worked out. There we go. See, here's the thing. I don't know, man. I have all these phone, and people who regularly listen to the podcast know that for some reason, fucking 19, 18, 20-year-olds having kids and getting married is like a big thing that people want to call in and talk about. And from my perspective, I'm always like, that sounds like a terrible idea. But I also followed it up with, look, what the fuck do I know about what makes anybody in the world happy, right? Because I'm talking to you right now, and you seem to be doing pretty well and happy. So, good on you, and keep living life. And I hope that your child never dies.
Oh, me too. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
I hope he becomes. I hope at the age of 100. No, I hope your child lives into the age of 200 and then becomes just a ball of blue light that remanates
Me too.
forever. Actually, that sounds painful. I hope
She
your
is
kid.
already a ball of blue light. She's the light of our life.
That's very nice. That's a nice thing to say about after calling your mom a whore. Is there anything else that you guys want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Trust your instincts, and if your parents are pieces of shit, they're pieces of shit, but take the good for the bad. Or take the good for the good and the bad for the bad.
We love you, Gek.
We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no, fuck the yellow line from Boston. We saw you.
The yellow, wait, the yellow line. What's the yellow line? Oh, yes, I do remember that. Oh, you guys went to my Boston show.
Yeah. Do you?
Wait, but you're all the way in
with
Maine.
food tattoos at all? Yeah,
But
we
you
went
were all the way
Boston
in
to see
Maine.
you. Yeah. Do you remember the guy with food tattoos at all? Probably not. You see
With
so many
food
people.
tattoos?
Yeah. When we
No,
took
I
pictures
don't.
with you, you stopped him and told him that you loved all of his tattoos because he has arm sleeves that are food tattoo themed.
Fuck. I'm sure I meant that, but I do not remember it.
Oh, fair enough. When you're a celebrity like you.
Are you coming back? I'm coming to Boston soon.
Yeah, of course.
Sweet.
We're obsessed with you.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Don't bring the baby.
We don't plan on it. We love her, but oh my god.
Maybe bring the mom.
Oh, maybe.
No, I mean,
Maybe.
bring whoever the fuck you want.
We're very
All right.
open with her. We let her. My family's insanely open with each other, like
Mm-hmm.
to a disgusting point. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure she would love to come up on stage and tell all of the family secrets, but that would be probably the length of the whole show. Thank you guys very much. I wish you both a happy life and universe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank
We
you.
love you, Gek.
We love you.
Bye, guys. God bless.
Bye.
Hey folks, this is Lyle. I am very excited to announce that I am going back on tour in 2024 to do Therapy Gecko live all across the country. If you've never been to one of my live shows before, they're basically like giant group gecko therapy sessions where people from the audience come on stage to talk to a gecko about whatever they want, just like we do right here on the podcast. Plus, I mix in a few stories and presentations and little tidbits from my own life. Tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com, or you can find the link in the episode description. I'm announcing many more cities in the second half of the year, but right now, tickets are on sale for Phoenix, Arizona, Louisville, Kentucky, St. Louis, Missouri, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Denver, Colorado, Syracuse, New York, Albany, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Nashville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, San Jose, California, San Francisco, California, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. And you can get tickets for all of those cities at therapygeckotour.com. If you didn't hear me say your city, you can still go to the link and hit the RSVP button to get notified for when I do come to your city in the second half of the year. This is my third tour so far, and I think it's going to be sick. So I hope to see you there. Thanks.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
You have a child? I hear a child in the background.
I do have a child, which is also, factors into the problem I'm having.
Tell me about the problem you're having.
So, like in my text, I robbed the Dairy Queen 10 years ago. Went to jail for a little bit for it, whatever, Fast forward now, I have a job, decent paying. But I need more money to, support my family. And I went to ask for a raise the other day. And lo and behold, they told me that I guess I'm not doing my job very good and they can't give me a raise. Even though, in my mind, I'm doing a great job. So I was very confused. But now I'm just, I don't know what to do. Do I look for a new job or do I just stick it out here? Because it's hard to find a job with a felony that pays decent. So I'm a little bit lost. And could you help?
Did the job deny you a raise because you robbed the Dairy Queen?
No. They knew about my felony when they hired me. And they said, that they give people second chances. But I've been the manager at the grocery store now for 2.5 years. And I just feel like I deserve a raise because I'm doing a good job, but they don't want to give me one. I got my family to support, so
I feel like there's definitely gonna be a mission in Grand Theft Auto 6 where you rob a Dairy Queen, and then everyone's gonna start thinking that that's cool, and it'll probably be easier for you to get a job then.
That's true. I could see that.
Before we get into your problem, I do have a couple questions.
Yeah, of course.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. Oh, so you're 18.
Yeah, I was 18, and when I did it, I was on probation for a battery charge.
Okay.
It just wasn't good.
I just have to ask, and I know that for a lot of things, and I have things like this in my life that I just can't explain why my brain was at a place at that time. Why a Dairy Queen? Because how much money? There's got to be less than $2,000 in existing in total in any given Dairy Queen in the United States.
Yeah. So it all started when one of my friends, he was going to throw this party, and he needed money. We needed money for some, drugs and alcohol and everything. So this party. And this other guy was like, hey, I used to work at the Dairy Queen. And I know when they take, the money bags to the bank. So, we waited outside. And then, I don't know, probably around like 8 o'clock at night, dude was walking to his car with the money bags. And we jumped out and I ripped him out of his hand and we started running. And, normally you would think someone would it was a small town, So, I would just normally think that someone would just call the cops, and just report what happened. But this fucker, he followed us while he's on the phone with the cops. So we're running and he's following us and we split up. But I ended up getting away. I never got to see how much money we got because I got arrested the next day. But I heard it was like less than 500. So really was worth it? Oh, obviously not. But even if we got away, it really wouldn't have been worth it. But it was all for, for a party. That's pretty much why.
Was there how did you jump him? Was there like a weapon involved?
No. So originally I was like, well, yeah, let's just knock this guy out, you know? But my friend was like, no, like, don't, because he knew this guy that we were robbing that worked there. And so he didn't want him to get hurt. So whatever. So we just kind of hopped out. I'm not even lying. This is crazy. So we hop out, and there's, you know, me and the guy I'm robbing it with, and the whatever the guy's name was that was working there. We had masks on and stuff, but we're all looking at each other, right? And he looks at the guy I'm with, and he says his name. He's like, David? So I'm like, what the fuck? What are we doing? I didn't know what was happening. We're just standing there. So then I just kind of ran up and just snatched him out of his hands, and then that's when we started running. So it's from the start, it went terrible. But I was like, we're committed. We're already here. Can't just be like, oh, it was a prank. So.
Well, you know what's kind of cool is I feel you could actually, if you wanted to, you could rewrite the story when, you know, like in the interviews when they like, or will say like, hey, I noticed you had a felony here. What's up? You could say that you just really wanted ice cream, and you you robbed them for big drums of mint chocolate chip, and that might be a little bit quirky.
It's true. I had everyone texting me. They were like, I could have just bought you a Blizzard. So I definitely, it wasn't my best.
Okay, so I mean, throughout your life, have you encountered any times where this felony has impeded you from doing anything?
Oh yeah, 100%. I know one time me and my wife, like in 2017, I believe, we tried to move to Seattle from the Midwest, and I called, shit you not, probably about 60 places to try to find an apartment, and every single one denied me because of my felony. When it comes to jobs, oh yeah, they just see that felony and they're like, man, this guy's a piece of shit, even though it was 10 years ago. But what can I do?
Well, and so that happens whenever they run your social security and whatnot?
Yeah, when they do background checks, they just...
Now, when you Google around, what do you find on how you can get that expunged?
So, in Wisconsin, you can only get it expunged if it's like pretty much requested at the time of your court. And I had a public defender, and so he was terrible, and I didn't know any of this stuff until afterwards, and so that never happened. So the only way I can actually get it expunged now is if I send like pardon paperwork to the governor, and he decides he wants to expunge my felony.
The only way the fucking governor of Wisconsin has to expunge this personally?
Yep. That's the only way I can get it expunged. And I have the paperwork 99% completed. All I have to do is the job history, and it's been that way for about a year now, and I just, for whatever reason, I just haven't done it. I don't know why.
Wait a minute. So is getting pardoned by the governor, is that like is that a crazy like Simpsons thing, or is that like a real thing you can do?
No, that's a real thing. Yeah, okay. And I like got eligible for able to like request it like 2 years ago, because it has to be like a certain amount of time go by since you've committed your felony.
Okay, all right. So why don't you do it? What's stopping you from doing it?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Maybe I'm just nervous to get shot down again. I don't know. But I really probably should, especially since I have a kid. But
yeah, I mean, what? So you're just afraid that that your request will get shot down?
I don't know. It's something like that. Yeah, just that, I'm just always gonna be thought of as, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. But I don't know. I should do it.
You should do it. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose really, except I don't know how it works. Like if I get denied, if I have to wait then a certain amount of time to try again. But
I don't know, dude. I think maybe you got to go get some. You got to get the. You got to get some dirt on the governor of Wisconsin. You control F the Epstein flight list for his name. You find that you're getting that expunged immediately.
That's true. That's true. Because I mean, he is kind of creepy when you look at him.
The governor of Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, you could probably stake out him doing some shady shit.
Oh yeah, he looks like he'd definitely be on that flight list. But
well, let me think. How old's your kid?
2.
Okay.
She's 2. So you know, I feel like I have a good case here. You know, I haven't been in trouble in 10 years. I got a 2-year-old. I got a wife. I got a decent paying job. You know, maybe the governor would be like, yeah, it's enough.
You've paid for every ice cream cone you've consumed in the past 10 years, like a law-abiding citizen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Just do it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not in your brain. I don't know what's holding you back. If it's a fear of rejection, but like you got a fucking kid and a wife and a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what do you got to lose from sending in this paperwork? You know, it's not like they're not going to arrest you again.
Oh, true. And man,
they're not going to put your face up outside of every Dairy Queen in Wisconsin.
So funny enough, dude, that Dairy Queen, it shut down about 2 months after we robbed it, and they got torn down.
Damn. You scared off the Dairy Queen. You scared Dairy Queen out of town. That's pretty fun.
I know. But dude, yeah, I got so much shit for it in jail by the other inmates.
How long were you? What kind of shit did you get for it?
So originally, I got charged with strong arm robbery. They got dropped down to a theft from a person or a corpse. I don't know why they have to have corpse on there. It's not like he was dead, but whatever. So they gave me 8 months in jail and then 2.5 years probation. And they just kind of, just called me dumb shit, like the DQ bandit, and just gave me other crap about ice cream stuff. But, I saw a lot of interesting things in there.
Yeah, like what?
So, I don't know if you've ever seen, oh man, that guy must have been about 6'5", and there was probably about a 5'6" guy, and he tried to fight him, and it was pretty funny. He jumped up as high as he could, and he swung, and it still only hit this guy in the chest. And it was just like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But no, I saw a couple fights in there. They're pretty interesting. The guards never ran in to stop it. I think they were probably betting on who would win, if I had to guess.
Of all the ice cream related nicknames that you received, do you remember any where you were like, all right, that's pretty good?
No, not really. I mean, I'll be honest, my memory kind of sucks, but just the DQ bandit is what they'd call me.
Mm-hmm. And so you were in there for 8 months. Did you go crazy at all? I mean, 8 months is a fairly long time.
So the first 2 months I was on the jail side, waiting to see what would happen to me. And every inmate was like, "Oh yeah, you're going to prison. You're on probation for a battery charge, and you just committed a felony. You're going to prison." So I was like, "Well, shit, I'm going to prison." So I was just trying to prepare myself. And then when the time came, they just got that sentence, and then they moved me over to the Huber side for 6 months. And the cells on the Huber side, there's total there can be 8 people in there, and I had 6 people in there with me. And I got out for work release, so that was kind of fun. I worked at a casino. Ended up getting fired from that because in the kitchen. I got fired from that because I was other inmates who worked at the casino. I was sneaking them sandwiches for free, and they found out. So I got fired.
All right, that's not that bad. As long as you weren't sneaking them ice cream cones, then you would be like, all right, I'm the fucking ice cream bandit.
Oh, yeah. And I know one time they wanted me to sneak some chewing tobacco back, and I wasn't going to do it. So they had to have someone, because I'm not sticking anything up there, you know. So they had this other guy in there bring it back. And I got to say, it's one of the funniest things, man. We're sitting in that room, and the dude comes back, and he goes into the bathroom. He's in there for a while. He comes back, and he's freaking out. He's like, dude, it won't come out. It won't come out. It's stuck. What do I do? What do I do? And we're all just laughing. And we're all like, dude, you got to get it out. Use like a pencil. I don't know, stick it up there, fish it out. And he almost started crying. He's like, what if it breaks and it all absorbs at my ass? He's like, I'm going to die. And dude, it was hilarious. He was freaking out so bad. Just fun jail story.
Can you die from a plastic fork in your asshole?
Well, he had like 2 tins up his ass. Like
2 tins of chewing tobacco?
Yes. And
that guy's got a giant asshole. Oh my God, how big were these tins?
I mean, I don't chew, so I don't know how much, tobacco is in a tin. But yeah, he had 2 tins up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably not his first time doing that.
That'll give you quite the nicotine buzz.
Oh, yeah. Can imagine.
Well, what's your name again, man?
It's Craig.
Craig, so you have a kid now.
Yeah.
That's cool. You got, I hope I truly, man, I wish that you fill out the form because I know it's easy to be pessimistic and go, this is never going to work, why even try? But I mean, if the form's 99% filled out, you might as well.
Well, right. And like at first it was like, as dumb as it sounds, it was kind of cool having a felony. I was like, I got a felony. My wife said that when she, like, we met each other at work, and I was like a fry cook, and she said when she heard that I was a felon, made her pussy wet. So,
well, there we go. It counted for something.
It did. Yeah.
And hey, if you're lucky, maybe it will make the governor of Wisconsin's pussy wet too. Craig, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
No, man. I appreciate everything, all the advice. I'm going to go fill that form out. I'm going to do it.
Good. Please do. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I will, man. Have a good night.
Take care. Maybe I should put that on my dating app profile so that I'm a convicted felon. Maybe that'll up some of the matches.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey, is this the therapy Gecko thing?
Yes. Is this Sydney?
Yeah, it's Cindy.
What's going on, Sydney? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I have a lot of anxiety over this plastic surgery thing I scheduled, and it's been really hard to find a job. And I already rescheduled it once, and I low-key can't afford it. But I think I'm just gonna do it anyways.
You texted me and you said, I have a plastic surgery appointment in 2 weeks, and I can't afford it, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway, and I'm freaking out. LOL. I'm ready to go into debt to feel sexy. Yeah,
pretty much.
Can I ask you what the surgery is?
Yeah, it's a eyelid surgery. I have a condition called ptosis, where one eyelid is droopier than the other. It's not that noticeable, but if I take a picture or something, or even my ID, you can see one eye is lower than the other eye. Mm-hmm. And you have to fix both eyelids to make it even. And it's an insecurity that I have.
Can I ask you how much the surgery is?
$5,000.
Okay. And do you have literally zero money right now?
Pretty much, yeah. I live with my mom, so I don't have to worry about rent or food like that. But I don't have a job for a while. But I do have $6,000 in credit.
$6,000 in credit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why do you feel like you want to, as you say, go into debt to feel sexy?
Just because I've always wanted to get the surgery done, and I found like a good plastic surgeon in Chicago. And I just thought if I don't do it now, I'm just never going to get it done. Like, if I just cancel it straight up, I'm just never going to get it done. I feel like.
What makes you think that?
Because I don't know. I feel like it's a now or never situation. It's probably not, but like that's just how my brain makes it feel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm just gonna end up just going through with it anyway, and then just work really hard at like jobs I didn't want to take, and then just pay it off over time.
It's sounding it's sounding to be like this is the wrong time to do it. I mean, you said now or never. You are clinging to the idea that you have to do it now when you are in just a terrible position for it, and I don't know why you are clinging to that idea.
I don't know. I'm not really known for making good decisions like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just like a self-conscious thing. Like no one else really cares about it, like except for me. Like it's just a me thing.
Mm-hmm. Did you put a deposit down already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I mean, so you're doing the surgery.
I technically have to pay. What is it? 4? Well, less than 4. I forgot how much I put down, but it is less than 4. But it is still pretty high up there.
Okay. Well, all right. So I mean, listen. There's nothing at this point I'm going to say to you that will influence the outcome because you have already put down a deposit on this surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we just deciding if we've made the right decision so we can analyze our decisions better in the future?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, walk me through how you are feeling.
I'm feeling dumb. Feeling nervous. Lots of anxiety.
About what? Having to work the jobs, paying off the debt.
Yeah, about like me having to go through like probably working 2 jobs.
Is there any way you can get this deposit back? Or is that kind of, I guess, the point of a deposit?
Nah. I'd have to lose it.
Okay. Well, how old are you?
25.
Okay. I mean, look, everybody has at least one very questionable financial decision to talk about in their lives.
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about this before, but I once met a guy at a hostel who told me that he would get me started in real estate if I gave him $1,500 in cash. And I did.
Oh, no.
Because, and he left the hostel, but his shoes were still there. Like, he left his shoes in the room. So I was like, well, he's probably, I mean, there's no way he just took my money and left. He's got to come back for these shoes. And he did not come back for the shoes. So, I mean, look, everyone has at least one dumb money story. But, I mean, look, you'll work off the debt. You'll get yourself back to 0. And things will be okay. You know, you're not, you don't have kids to feed. You don't have,
thank God, no.
Do you have college debt? Do you have any other debt?
I actually do have college debt, but I haven't paid it at all, and nothing's bad happened yet, and my credit score is still 750, so.
I really do feel like this is like the Dave Ramsey show sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to work these 2 jobs?
I didn't want to go back to fast food just because I have autism, so I can force myself to work like jobs that are overstimulating, but like it just really sucks and it's bad for my mental health. I'm just gonna have to force myself to go back to fast food.
Mm-hmm. What about
or
like
back to the warehouse? I did work warehouse jobs.
Could you day trade Bitcoin? What are some jobs you could do? Like, could you ever flip mugs on eBay? There's all sorts of things you can do for money.
I do sell some of my collections. I do sell some of my some stuff that like overcrowd my room. I have like a big Hello Kitty collection and other anime stuff. I do resell every once in a while.
Well, Cindy, I hope you enjoy your new eyelid. That's what I want. That's what I want. Here's the thing: if you're gonna pay $5,000 for an eyelid, don't feel like you did it already, right? So I mean, look, don't feel dumb and stupid about it, because then it's like, well, you paid $5,000 for the eyelid. Fucking enjoy the eyelid that you paid for, right? Because feeling dumb and stupid about it is the dumb option, right? Because you've already paid the money. Just enjoy your eyelid. I mean, if I were listen, if I were you, and I get it, everybody has self-consciousnesses and insecurities that feel nice to fix. But if I were you, I probably wouldn't do something like this again in the future. But enjoy your fucking eyelids. Don't feel bad about it. You got the eyelids. Get them. Walk out of that operating table happy as day. You got your new eyelids. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cindy, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Definitely be smarter about your money choices, and don't be like me. That's all I gotta say.
All right, you take care, Cindy.
All right, thank you. Love you. Bye.
I once bought a year of Brazzers for like, I don't know, $100 plus something dollars. And then I found out there's all this porn on the internet for free. Imagine how dumb I felt.
Jack?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. You sound crazy on the most people sound far away. You sound too close.
Should I back up?
Yeah, back up a little bit. What are you on?
A cell phone, like I would imagine most people.
All right.
Yeah.
Matt, what's going on? How's life?
Life's doing good. I got my dog right here, watching some therapy, Gecko, enjoying a day off.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What do you want to talk about today, Matt?
Well, it's kind of a crazy story. So I wanted to talk about your show in Chicago and what was going on while I was there. So basically, long story short, is I got on antidepressants just before your show and kind of went a little manic for a while. I was dating this girl at the time, and I ended up cheating on her, I think, right before your show. And the show went so good that I couldn't do it. Like, I had to, stay together with her. I was going to break up with her. We ended up staying together for, another month.
Okay, you cheated on your girlfriend, and then my show was so good that it made you stay with her?
We had such a fantastic date. We were discussing breaking up all throughout, the past couple weeks. It was a really hard couple weeks. Then we decided, okay, one more date. We already had these tickets, or I already had the tickets. So I said, come with me, and we'll see how it goes, and then we'll decide afterwards. And it was such a good date. We got some ramen right across the street, and I think you were at Lincoln Lodge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does she know that you cheated on her?
I was going to break up with her the day of, or the day after, or whatever. But the antidepressants just really fucked with me. And either it was you had a really good show and I wanted to like stay together, or
wait a minute. Does she know that you cheated on her?
Oh yeah. So your show was about April or something, and then
I don't know why you keep needing my show to answer this question.
It was such a good show.
Matt, does she know that you cheated on her?
Yeah. So we've broken up. I came clean, and I told her everything, trying to start new, and obviously that didn't go well. So I'm sitting here single with my dog.
Wait, okay, so you guys aren't together?
No, she's my ex now.
Okay, let me try to understand this. You cheat on her.
Yeah.
And then you guys go to my show.
Yep.
And then you tell her that you cheated on her.
Like 2 weeks later, we took a little bit of a break. Like, after the show, we decided, like, okay, let's take some break, like some time apart. When we were supposed to meet up the day after the break ended, I decided to tell her and come clean.
And that was like a month after it happened?
Probably like 2-3 weeks.
Okay. I guess I don't know. Well, I mean, thanks for the kind words about the show, but I don't know if it has anything at all to do with your relationship, unfortunately. I thought this was going to be a story of... I thought I was going to start having to advertise my show as, hey, if you cheated on your girlfriend, just buy her tickets to therapy, Gecko, and she'll forgive you. But that does not sound like it is what happened.
Our relationship was teetering, and, I shouldn't have done what I did. And then the show was just so good that I decided to give it a chance. But I think the main story was, I don't know if you have anybody here on antidepressants or anything, but I went crazy for 2-3 weeks. I was really up there. I think they call it a manic state. And I was just absolutely wired for 2 weeks.
What are you doing now?
What am I doing now? I got off the pills, working on myself outside of the pills, going to therapy, not just geckos, but human therapy.
Okay.
And yeah, just trying to do it naturally.
Well, that's good.
The antidepressants, for about 2 weeks, I didn't sleep. Maybe a couple hours. I was barely eating. It was absolutely crazy. And that's when that all happened. So I kind of convinced myself for a while that it happened in that manic state because of the pills. But after all this time, after, 8 months, whatever it's been, I've kind of admitted, no, you did it.
Was it taking you a long time to admit that you cheated on your girlfriend?
It has taken me a long time to seek forgiveness for myself. So we haven't talked since I told her. Mm-hmm. And that's the really hard part is if she would have forgiven me, I would have been able to forgive myself. But when it's just me, it's a lot harder to forgive yourself when there's no, I guess, outside source of forgiveness. I'm still not even 100% there.
How long did you say it's been since you talked to her?
8 months or so.
Oh, well, Matt, I don't know, man. I'm glad that you're taking pills. Wait, you're not? Are you taking pills or you're not?
No, I'm not taking pills. This is a warning against the pills. So I actually got them off the erectile dysfunction website, HIMS.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Don't take any fucking pills. Don't take any pills that you get from a Pornhub ad.
I know. And I was like, maybe I'll just try them out before I actually go get diagnosed or whatever. And man, I was wired. And because I got them from HIMS, I couldn't talk to a doctor and say hey, I'm feeling this way.
So Matt, you're telling me that you bought Adderall off of Pornhub that was so good it made you cheat on your girlfriend?
Is it Adderall? I don't know what it was, but man, I was everything made me happy for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was. Yeah, I would describe it like being tickled. Like everything made me happy, but it was also kind of torture.
Well, I'm coming back to Chicago in, I think, May.
I know, yeah.
If you have any other relationships that you need to mend.
Yeah, no, I'll be there hopefully with somebody that I don't cheat on.
Well, I would like to be the first one to remind you that that is within your control.
Yes, it is.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go, Matt?
Don't get antidepressants from boner websites.
Take care, man.
All right, thank you.
Maybe I should start my own line of Gecko boner pills. Okay, let me think. Lizard, ereptile enhancers. Reptile erection enhancers. Reptile erection enhancers. Yeah, let's go with that.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right, he's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not really an expert.